85.1 KWPC. I'm Jordan Davis. Thanks for joining us here this morning for Moving Forward. I also want to take this time to say hello to Mocklink Phone, your new local phone company. Fiber customers, get it now. Switching is easy, and you can keep your old number. Learn more at mpw.org. We appreciate MPW sponsoring the Moving Forward program here on The Voice of Muscatine. Now, into the studio with us this morning is Kristy and Dave. How are you this morning?
Great, thanks. Good morning, Jordan.
It'd be helpful if I had your microphone on. So, Kristy and Dave, thank you so much for joining us once again. Kristy Korpi and Dave, I'm so sorry you just stepped in and I didn't catch your last name. Pop. Thank you very much, Dave. Now, you are both from Public Works, and Kristy is currently the transit supervisor.
No, I'm currently I was the transit supervisor. You're right. I
Gotcha.
did hold that role. I'm the solid waste manager.
Oh, okay.
I'm retiring, and David is my successor. So we're delighted to have him along today.
Excellent. Well, we're excited to hear about it. So tell us a little bit about your role first off, and then about maybe the transition from you to Dave.
Okay. So solid waste comprises a couple of things that you're familiar with. We're the people that pick up your trash every week. We organize recycling pickup. We contract with recycling to do that for us. We operate the compost site and then also the landfill.
Okay. So what does it look like moving from you to Dave here?
It looks like we're doing lots of training.
Yeah. Kristy's really got a handle on what's going on there, and it's, typically you don't have an opportunity to get training with the previous manager, so it's a real positive thing and a plus to be able to spend time with Kristy and get her thoughts and knowledge on the operations.
And David comes with a background in solid waste, and so he speaks the language.
Gotcha. So you know the ins and outs of
Right.
what it looks like to work with solid waste before.
Yep. Same gig, different streets.
Interesting. Okay. Where'd you come from?
Originally from the Quad Cities, most recently Grinnell, Iowa.
Okay. I don't know where Grinnell is. I need to...
It's on Interstate 80 between Des Moines and Iowa City.
Okay. I'm still working on I'm from Illinois, so I'm still working on my Iowa geography, learning where everything is. But
sure.
So we appreciate having you both in. Now, you're going to tell us a little bit about, what's coming up here, what's happening this week.
Right.
So it's cleanup week. Is it spring cleanup week?
Yes.
Excellent. I'd love to hear about it. And Kristy, can you pull that mic a little bit closer to you?
Sure, absolutely.
Thank you.
So spring cleanup week is this week. It's obviously Wednesday, so we're in the midst of it. And if you have any extra trash that you'd like to dispose of, this is the week to do it. And you simply put it on the curb where you normally put your trash. And so think of bulky items that don't fit in your refuse cart. Those are the things we're picking up this week.
I see. What's the purpose behind that?
The purpose is to allow people to get rid of their stuff.
Without having to rent a whole huge dumpster.
Right, without renting a dumpster or borrowing a truck or a trailer from the friend to bring it to the recycling center and to the transfer station. So,
what does it look now? What is pickup like for all this stuff? Because I know the dump trucks are running around. Is it through the dump trucks?
So our department, solid waste, uses the rear packer garbage trucks that we have, and we've gone to some one-arm trucks. So those are still out picking up traditional garbage in the carts. And then we use the rear packers, and then we are greatly assisted by the street department. Those are the dump trucks that you see with the loader. Okay. So you're working in unison to picking up what you can with the garbage trucks, and then the dump trucks are coming around as well to load up some of that bigger stuff. Because I've seen all sorts of stuff on the side of the road. You've seen full mattresses, box spring sets, bed frames, everything like that. That would, I imagine, would be kind of hard to fit that into the back of a garbage truck. So. Right. So you're right. It's an all-out effort between solid waste and the street department. Pretty much all hands on deck. Plus, we hire additional temps for the week, and the street department hires additional temps, so it's a massive operation. I did bring some numbers for you. I think it's just interesting for people to realize just what kind of volume. And a typical trash week for us in April is about 145 tons of trash. That's just typical trash, curbside waste. During spring cleanup last year, we generated 775 tons of trash.
Wow.
So 1.5 million pounds of trash. So I'd encourage people. I'd encourage people to thoughtfully consider purchases, and perhaps if your sofa or your chair is still in good shape, you could recycle it and give it to someone else.
Yes, rather than making the trip out to the landfill. Or
Right.
What is done with the trash here in Muscatine?
It does go to the landfill, Muscatine County landfill.
Okay. I guess that's something I probably ought to be learning too, where exactly that all goes. But well, thanks for telling us a little bit about it. So it's spring cleanup week now. What do the routes look like? It's everybody's outside everybody's house out on any street. Doesn't matter where you are.
It's the standard trash route. So
Okay.
the day your trash is normally picked up, that's when your spring cleanup items will be picked up. We are a little behind. That happens just due to the volume. So don't panic. If you put your stuff out for a Tuesday pickup and it was not picked up yesterday, it will get picked up.
Perfect.
And I'd just like to, one other thing, tires and electronic waste, you're allowed to bring to the transfer station for this week, including Saturday from 8 to noon and next Saturday from 8 to noon at no charge.
Okay.
Normally there's a fee associated with those items, so up to 5 electronic items, up to 8 tires can be just brought at no charge during spring cleanup.
Okay. And that's because those are, some people may not realize, but those kind of things can't just be thrown out.
Right.
They make a special trip somewhere to be taken care of separately. It's not like that gets thrown, that can't go to the landfill.
Right.
That's
exactly.
that's a whole different ordeal than your normal plastics or papers or whatever that would go to the landfill. So
Exactly. Good job.
I've watched so much stuff about what happens to computer parts and old cell phones and all that kind of stuff. So you got to understand that it is a whole different thing. So tell us a little bit more about solid waste, the move from Kristy here to Dave. So you're getting the opportunity to train with her on all the things that her job entails, and you've done a little bit of it in the past.
Correct,
So,
yeah.
Are you excited to be stepping into Muscatine here?
Yeah, it's been a very, very pleasant, welcoming transition, and looking forward. Nice facilities, nice staff. All around the city. Everybody is just very welcoming, and I think it's a good gig to take over, and look forward, to moving on with it.
What does a day look like for you two, in this position?
I was telling Kristy when I first started, she experiences the same thing. Typically, as a supervisor or manager in a department, you may, at 7 o'clock in the morning say, this is what I'm going to do today. And at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you still haven't gotten to it because, things come up, breakdowns, concerns from citizens or whatnot that you have to deal with. And you just kind of go with it and do what you can do and deal with it as it comes at you.
Excellent. Well, we're excited the spring cleanup week is happening. Now, I know that a lot of folks also take the time some folks go looking around because sometimes there's cool items. I actually have a picture hanging up in my room that I got from a spring cleanup day. There was one out there. It was nice, really nice big one of ducks in a lake, and I couldn't let that go. Are you kidding me? It's beautiful. So we appreciate you guys. We appreciate all that you do here in Muscatine. It's not always seen as the most glamorous thing, maybe, but it's an important part. It's an incredibly important thing and important service that's provided.
The city leaders, like to do this. It is a huge expense on the budget, but it really, helps keep the community looking nice. So,
because sometimes stuff ends up in a yard whether or not it's going to get picked up. So this is a great opportunity to clear out all that clutter that you've got in your house. Maybe you've got a whole room filled up. I know that we have rooms filled up in our house before where it's just stuff.
Right.
Like, can we?
Right.
What is this doing just sitting here? Can't we get rid of it?
Right.
So it's great. It's great that this is offered, and it may be an expense, but it's probably worth it.
Correct.
More likely worth it. So, well, thank you so much for sharing with us this morning. I really appreciated having you two on, Kristy Korpi and Dave Pop. Get that right?
Yep.
I'm sorry that it seems like unless I have it written down right in front of me, I'm never going to remember the right name, even if I say it 10 times over. So thank you so much for joining us. This has been Moving Forward here on AM 860 and FM 95.1. MockLink is always Muscatine's fastest internet with gigabyte speed and is coming. MockLink TV beats satellite and includes video and music streaming. New subscribers save big even more when you bundle. Learn more at mpw.org. Thanks, Kristy and Dave, for joining us here on Moving Forward. Appreciate having you in.
Thanks
for your time, Jordan.
It's been Moving Forward on AM 860 and FM 95.1 KWPC and the voice of Muscatine.com.
This has been Moving Forward on KWPC, AM 860, FM 95.1, the voice of Muscatine. Moving Forward is brought to you by MPW Digital TV and MockLink Internet, a designated Blue Zones worksite. Browse to mpw.org.